Hi, guys, and welcome to a very, very special Life Talks with Crystal Phoenix. Today, I have a wonderful brother from another mother, my wonderful friend, Willie, who is going to be joining us. Now, it's his first time on my show. I'm so excited about this. To be telling us about his new book and everything else he's working on. He's an amazing musician. But I'm going to let him talk about himself because I want to hear what's all going on with him now and everything too. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome Willie to the stage. Hello,
Hey,
hello, my brother.
sis, how are you? But sis from another mole, what's going on?
Mhm.
It's good to see you. It's been a while since Beyond Boundaries, Thriving in Life's Gray Zone
Yeah.
anthology we did together.
Yeah.
So thanks for having
I
me on
don't.
your
My
show.
chapter was all about, being worthy of a relationship that you're not broken after
Right.
abuse. CJ kind of told me what I was writing about. She didn't even give me a choice, but you know how
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Constance can be.
She moves fast.
You know,
As I always say, she grows with the flow for sure. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
sis chapter.
But
That's a sis
your
chapter.
chapter, I hate to say, I don't fully remember. It's been a while, and
It's been a
you've done a
minute.
few books since then. I've done a few books since then,
Mhm.
our lives. But your music now, I mean, I follow it and I share it all the time. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm the CEO and founder of Pure Mission Entertainment, and we thrive off of creating hope through arts, love, business, and entertainment. Our motto, our vision and mission statement is empowering people, changing lives. So that is the vision and mission behind that. I'm a seven times or about to be eight time number one global best-selling author, and we're riding high right now. I released and spearheaded my first anthology out of the other ones. I think it's actually coming right after this anthology we did with Brian Tracy, the legendary Brian Tracy, and that was the Book of Human Empowerment, Purpose.
that was a good one.
Right, right at the close of that
And
one.
what's funny is I
Mhm.
honestly should have shared that with the village, and if on the YouTube channel chat, like you'll see, like just about everybody in here is in the village, and that book. If at some point, even after we go when we're done, if you in the chat in the comments could post the link for that book,
I
I
have it. I
really
have
think the village would appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Thank you for reminding me of that because it was a
yeah.
great read.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right before that, I did another one with our sis, CJ, Dr. Leland, Rebel with a
Yeah,
Cause, and that was
I remember that one.
number
Um,
one international bestseller. So this time, my boy Steve Kidd, a good friend of mine, put the fire under my feet, and he said, "Hey, man." Once you come together, and he brought me on to say, "Let's do an anthology. You need to spearhead it." And I said, "Let's call it Winning with Love After Much Prayer." And
yeah,
we
I was a little salty. You didn't call me on that one.
it
You
happened
told me. You
so
even said,
fast.
you forgot.
I apologize. But the good news is there will be at least two more, a 2.0 and a part three, at least a trilogy. So you definitely gotta, you
Three
have
is
to
my
get.
lucky number, so
That's a
I'm
good
just gonna
number of completion,
calling my
right?
space in three right
I
now.
got you. And
Okay,
so
three
with the
is my lucky number, so I
yeah.
got a chapter for book three for you.
Okay. We'll definitely have to chop it up after that. And well, it went. We released it on December 1st. It went number one international bestseller in multiple countries and
Yep.
categories. And this is really the introduction. Here it is, by the way. It looks like this, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
actually, Gemina, who is not in here right now, actually, part of the village, I know
Yeah.
bought that. The day
Right.
that you had launched it, you sent it to me, and I happened to be in one of the village rooms, and
Awesome.
um, we
Appreciate that.
all share everything, and I made sure to share that out. Oh, by the way, guys, that QR code in the corner where my brand normally is, that is the QR code for you guys to scan to get the new book that we're about to talk about, and it is
Yeah,
free
my
for,
big
I
baby.
believe, 24 more hours
Oh
on
my
Kindle.
God. Never Stop Winning is the title of it. Never Stop Winning, Volume 1, Win Your Way. Let me tell you, Crystal, that book has been a long time in the making, a long time coming, as they would say. And I am just so grateful to finally release that book a few days ago, right? And it's doing very well so far. It's very early. And we're number one in three different categories so far, and we made it free. We made it for free for a limited time. Okay, and here's the categories. It's number one in the conduct of life and spirituality, and number one in the business leadership training and social theory. And shouts out to everyone who supported the movement. And I promise you, it's 12 chapters, Crystal, of the journey. You know, and let me just say this: it came right after it launched, right after a GQ Canada feature, and we hit number one as a top 10 public figure to watch in 2025. And God is paramount. I'm just so humbled by that. GQ Canada, check that article out as well. And we dropped the book right after that.
Yeah. Um, Speaking of creators and everything, our handsome brother Aaron, he's dropping in to say hi on the LinkedIn side. Guys,
Bro,
Aaron Gibson is actually the
my
one that
guy.
created that
He's amazing.
beautiful opening that everybody says I love so much.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is
He's an
an
amazing
amazing
guy.
soul, and he's at LAX. He's US side. Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Hmm.
Aaron shouts out, man. Let me say something about this brother too, man. This dude is awesome. Good friend, man. And he's in that book of human empowerment too that we did with Brian Tracy had the foreword, and Brian and Nancy shouts out to them, and shouts out to the co-authors too. You know, let me go here. Let me go. Steve Kidd for sure, bro. He put the fire under my feet, under my feet.
Not
Steve
that you
Kidd.
need much. I'm
Yeah,
not even gonna lie, Willie. You're always going and going. It's like we have.
shouts out to the co-authors though on the
Mhm.
Winning with Love too. You know your names. The Dream Team, the Winning with Love Dream Team. Two more to come. Okay, the episodes. But Never Stop Winning is the book of the hour. That is my big baby, Crystal. That has all of the nuances and all of the winning tools, all of the failures, the mistakes. Chapters like Failing to Win, and I got my Never Stop Winning radio show we just launched too. It premiered last week where I taught on one of the chapters called Faith Over Fear. Faith over fear, in a time where there's a lot of fear. You know what I mean? And check that out too. I think it launched in about 195 countries in over
Do we
45.
have the link for that?
It's actually on my Instagram
Okay.
at Willie J PME, and
Yep.
we're
I'm dropping your Instagram in the comments right
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah.
and I will make sure that my mods
Hmm.
put it a
At
couple
Willie
more
J
times up
PME.
for you. Uh,
Appreciate you.
our brother, my chocolate lotus flower Ollie, is in the chat right now as
Ali,
well.
that's my other brother.
Mm,
What's up, Ali? How are you, girl?
um,
Done a
mm,
few books with him as well. Good guy, man. Great energy as well. Yeah.
mm,
So, but it's definitely a blessing to be here, maximizing every moment, right? Take the off momentum. You have moments. So that's essentially what That's what winning with love is about, and winning. Never stop winning. Right now, that's what that's about. Volume 1. 12 chapters of the journey, personal growth, spiritual book, tools that I use each and every day to leverage all of my failures, all of my mistakes, shortcomings, past prison moments, past addictions, and was able to leverage those moments with the help of God. And,
Well, I'm gonna put you on the
yeah.
spot. Do you have your like the PDF or anything like that you could share an excerpt from it?
Excerpt from what's that?
From from the from your new book, The Always Win. That we're never stop winning.
Oh, yeah.
Are you able to? I know I'm throwing this out there on you. I didn't tell you I
Excerpt.
was gonna do it. It was kind of one of those.
You
The
mean like
Phoenix
some
said, "Hey, let's put him on the spot."
with some of my quotes? I guess you're talking about. So, you know, I'm kind of known for these quotes, and it really got popular. It became popular on the LinkedIn community, Instagram community, growing with the flow. I use that quite often. And resilience is brilliance is one of the chapters without giving anything away. But that is essentially in a nutshell what my lifestyle is. And we style our lives, right? Like a barber or a beautician, and we see things that we don't like, and we recover and we get back. And that's what winning is. Never stop winning. Really, the secret sauce is, I'm essentially saying, never stop growing, Crystal. Never
Yeah.
stop growing. Growing with the flow. What is the flow? The flow. Growing with the flow. The flow is unpredictable. It's those
Yeah.
circumstances, right? The things that we can't control, the outcomes where we find ourselves having to look out to come out, if you go backwards with that word outcome, right? You
I
come.
like that one. I like that. I'm stealing that from you.
You got it. You got it.
Look out to come out. I like that. I'm stealing that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Out,
borrowing it. I'm
yeah,
borrowing
yeah.
it.
You got it. And that's it's a lot of golden nuggets that I was able to come up with through a lot of trial, error, and then correction and reflection, right? You know, the power of reflection. And that's where resilience is brilliance doesn't mean really from an intellectual standpoint. I'm not really coming from that space, but more the less than being willing to, leverage every moment, whether it be good or bad. Those type of quotes. So you'll get like 12 chapters of that in real storylines, like, without giving it up too much, but just situations I've been in with the high pressure moments, like, from losing loved ones in between interviews and, getting deals, a few months after my mom passed with Ingram Books and, going to LA Times Festival of Books and can't get on a plane. Well, right before that, my granny passing away, my mom and godmother dying of breast cancer and passing away. They're in a better place now. That's why you see the pink covers, right? It's a dedication. More importantly, it's a dedication to breast cancer victims and to bring awareness, right? And to let them know that there is still hope and we care. We care. I was greatly affected by it. I'm
You
going to give.
connected with Tim Sohn on LinkedIn, right? He's the one that does all those cancer books.
Mm-hmm.
I just
So
wanted to, yeah.
yeah, so that's what the pink vibe is about, and we
Well,
decided.
real man wear pink. So
Yeah, yeah, I like
that don't.
yeah that kind of pink. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And just the cause, the why. It's all
Yeah.
about the why, Crystal. And we're just excited that people are being changed by this, and you know, times of many setbacks and comebacks. That's what this book is about. And it's real personal development techniques and tools and rules that, I still live by because you're always growing in what you know, right? You never know it all. You can always know it better, do it better, give it better, and teach it better, coach it better. I'm a Maxwell leadership coach. I have clients that's ranging from 15 and up, or 15 and up and all between. It's generational. Winning is universal.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about today, right?
And
And you
struggling
never
is
stop.
universal. So
Yeah,
it's
and you
flipping that
fail.
narrative.
Yeah, you fail to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my niche. There's a chapter in there, failing to win. Before you can learn how to win, you have to first learn how to fail, and it takes courage to be able to take risk because life is a risk. I talk about subconscious faith a little bit. You know what I mean by the subconscious faith. That's that subliminal faith that we all live by. It live each day on autopilot, right? You know what I mean? Like we get in the car just knowing by faith we're going to make it to our destination safe and sound, all in one piece. We never
When
think
Matt
twice.
takes off, because
Come
he's a
on.
he's a
Yeah.
private pilot. Whenever
Yeah.
we take off together,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
faith that we're
Yeah.
gonna have a fun flight and
Yeah.
be able to get back,
Absolutely.
land safe. But yet, it's
Absolutely.
always about having that faith and getting out there.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
And it takes courage. And there's a fear that a lot of us do. It's false evidence appearing real, right? It's the figment of our imagination. And we're living in a society now, right, where people are fearing the worst. Why not, why not expect the best? Let's try something different. And they got a lot of fear mongering going on the news, and all over the radio, all over social media. And that's what this book is about. It's gonna give you your courage back to take back that word winning and defining win your way, right? Winning big at being yourself, your authentic, true self, the way God intended for you to live your life and to function in the most authentic manner. And look, Crystal, to do it unapologetically. We're
Now,
all unique. We
oh,
all have God-given greatness, and we just have to become more aware. And that's what this book is about. Is to help you gain more of that kingdom introspection, that awareness that there is greatness, there's the potential for greatness in there. And yeah, it's that's what it's about. It's a journey. It's not a destination, but it's a journey. That's why I called it Volume One, because winning is an evolution that never ends. We're always growing with the flow every day. We're growing to become better, and winning is not perfect. I think that needs to be stressed. And when you read this book, you're going to see that it's like, yes, it's rewarding. Yes, it's a blessing. Yes, it's something to be grateful for. Gratitude is attitude. Take the gr off of the word gratitude. You got attitude, right? And it's gonna spark fire in you from the inside out, because we live this life from the inside out. We're cultivating our lives every day. And this is the tailor-made version where I didn't want to give it in a space where, like, oh, you got to do what I say do. It's more to give you this blessed hope, right? And give you a recipe and say, hey, try this medicine. I know it worked for me, and it may work for you, but guess what? I presented it in such a way to where you can tailor it to fit your own life, because we're all different and unique. You know what I mean?
absolutely. And I do want to say a huge, huge thank you to Misha, one of my mods. I told you they're amazing because
Ah,
she went and pulled that up for you
wow.
and posted it in the chat. I
Thank
told
you.
you I have built an amazing
Awesome.
YouTube
Awesome.
community. I mean,
Mm,
our LinkedIn community is real. You know, it's
yeah.
where we met. We've met a lot of amazing people. Aaron, Ollie, you
Yeah.
know, just to name a few. We've
Oh,
got
Brian Showman, and
yeah,
Nancy Deborah.
and Nancy. We've
Yeah, they're
met.
on my last anthology too. Shouts
You
out to
know,
them as
um,
well, my peeps.
but I won't lie.
Yeah,
Jen Lynn. I mean,
yeah,
Jen Lynn has
yeah,
been amazing in
yeah,
helping me grow not
yeah,
only myself but my brand.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but the
No doubt.
community that I have helped build on YouTube that has supported me is just amazing. I mean, you see what
Yeah,
they're doing.
yeah.
They're here, like, and they're researching for you. Get you out there. This is what I told you. I have built or been included and loved in an amazing
Yeah,
community that is only growing. You
absolutely.
know, I
We're
mean,
all growing with the flow, right?
mhm. We
Yeah,
actually, Misha, which is awakened by the
yeah.
Looking Glass, started a group YouTube channel, kind of, where
Mm,
all of our links um, are in it, called The Village.
that's awesome.
And
Yeah,
that's who we are. We're that village. It's so many mental health channels that are
yeah.
all listed, and it's like they share all of our lives, everything,
Mm,
just so we
that's
can
awesome.
support everybody.
That's what
You
it's
know,
about. That's what it's about.
but have you ever heard of a YouTube channel doing that? I mean, it's kind of like, remember when we were kids, we'd sit
Yeah.
there and we put on channel 3 to see our station guide.
Yeah, I do. I do.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what Misha's building here with
That's awesome. Awesome
us.
juice.
you
That's
know,
dope. Awesome juice. Dope. Yeah, and it's about the power of collaboration. It's about a collective body of tribes and leaders coming together and winners. And I think it's important and essential to understand this too, Crystal, that some people aren't aware that they're actually winning when it seems like you're failing. And it took me a few years to understand that. It took me a good minute to see, like, wait a
You've
minute.
seen me on that struggle bus a couple of times.
Oh my goodness. And but that's where we find our voice. Through my greatest struggles, I found my true authentic voice, my God-given voice. And now I'm able to share that with the nations, with 185 countries. And I got to get you guys on my Never Stop Winning show. And that's essentially going to be about the same thing, really based off the book. And we have a Win Your Way workshop coming up, a Never Stop Winning International coming up, where some of the most amazing speakers in the personal growth space and industries. You'll be surprised at the lineups. And we'll talk about that another time. But this book is the nucleus, it's the foundational piece to that. And yeah, and you need a team in order to live a dream. So you're talking about teamwork. I heard what you were just saying. It takes a team to live a dream, right? Teamwork makes dream work.
Yeah.
And it's always collaboration over competition and trying to outdo the next person, because can't nobody beat you doing you and being you anyway. So it's a waste of time. You know who my competition is? Me and that other evil force out there that, not humans, so it's the war that we fight against principalities. It's not against people. We're all we got. So we have to stick together. That's what love is. That's what winning. I don't think you can win without love. I think that's why Never Stop Winning is doing so well, because we wanted to set the tone with love, the most powerful frequency of the universe, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I do want to say one thing when it comes to failing, because everybody feels failure, but
Oh, yeah.
I like to look at it a different way.
Mhm.
It's never a failure as long as you learn something from it. It's a
Yeah.
lesson.
I
You're not
agree.
you're
I
not
agree. I
failing,
agree. I
because
agree.
as long as you learned something,
Hmm.
you you didn't fail because you
Exactly.
learned something. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that didn't work, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it this way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what practicing to win is about. That's
Mhm.
in practice. I play three different instruments, and I got music scholarships from some of the greatest.
Speaking
Uh,
of, you didn't tell me what you thought
what
of that
song?
song I sent
I
you.
didn't. I'm still listening, so I can't give you an honest review about that yet. It has to be honest. I believe in honesty, and we both
Well,
do. Sincerity.
then we'll
You
hold
know
off
what I
on your
mean?
review
Keeping it
until
real.
I do the vocals, and
I'll let you
I'll
know.
send it to you with me
I'll let
doing the
you know.
vocals.
I'll let you know about
Mhm.
that for sure. But you said an important piece, and that's what we're trying to convey and Never Start Winning, is that mistakes really, or in comebacks, failures, whatever, are just setbacks or comebacks in disguise, wrapped up in disguise. And most of the time, we really fear of what others are going to think about us. It's not even necessarily us really having the fear to make an error or, fall short, because we all fall short of an abhor. Yes, I'm having a most amazing year. Check this out, and sometimes we fear winning. Sometimes our greatest fear is that we'll
That fear of success. What
our
now?
fear of success, yeah, that
Mhm.
will win beyond our wildest dreams, our wildest expectation, our fondest, you know, imaginations. And sometimes there's a
Okay,
fear
Willy
that
Wonka. When
but
you
it's
said that, I'm sorry, I hear Gene Wilder in my head, and when they're walking into the edible room, all I hear is him singing that line.
that's funny. But we have to, life is a practice, right? We're practicing every day to get better. That's what growth is. That's what winning. Never stop growing. When I say never stop winning, never stop growing. As long as you have breath, here's the good news. If you're breathing right now, there's hope. If you're breathing right now, there's better waiting for you. I think sometimes we forget that. Yeah. If
You
listen,
even
this.
started the year off running with that freaking magazine right
Oh,
off rip.
wow. Oh
I mean
yeah.
that, and you even and I
Oh,
was like amazed
Celebrity
because
Forbes.
you named me,
Yeah.
you named Aaron, you named
Yeah.
CJ, you named
Hmm.
Ollie. I mean, you
I believe in
definitely
that.
put your props out to your friends and family that support, and I
Salute.
but I mean, you even started your year off right off rip, just out the
God is
gate
paramount.
going.
God is
You
paramount. Yeah.
know.
You're right. It's
Mhm.
it's been a crazy year. New York
Mhm.
Weekly front cover, number one
Mhm.
entrepreneur of
Mhm.
2024. I'm so humbled and elated by that. And
Yeah.
Celebrity Forbes, as you're talking about, we definitely
Mhm.
mentioned, along with Beyonce, we were mentioned
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
Cristiano
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
I remember I actually went and I actually bought
Yeah,
that the physical one.
that's
And then
crazy.
a
That's
family member thought it was so cool that I was
uh,
named in it when they came up from
wow.
Texas that I actually gave it to her.
I believe in showing props, though.
Mhm.
I think that's a sign
Mhm.
of insecurity. And I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes in this industry, but,
Mhm.
I've never been afraid to,
Mhm.
because look, I got something good for you right here. When you take the word yours, or
Mhm.
just take the S off, yours, you take the Y off, you have ours
Mhm.
or our.
Yeah.
Spell that YOUR.
Mhm. Yeah.
Get rid of the Y, you have our. So
Mhm.
if it's mine,
Mhm.
then it
Yeah.
took a team for me to become who I am. I have a great machine of people, amazing people who understand my vision and mission. And why not? I get more of a kick, as exciting as I am about Never Stop Winning Volume 1, Win Your Way right now. There's currently already a national, about to be international, but it's the number one international, national bestseller in three categories. I think I'm more excited about putting other people on and mentioning people's names and pushing them in the spotlight, because I've been living most of my life in the spotlight. So it's like it's bigger than me. It's really bigger than me. So I have no problem with saying, "Hey, check them out," and the Win Your Way, because there was some first timers in that anthology. You know what I mean? When I rise, you rise, right? When I
I've
level
been
up,
saying
when
that
I
for
level
over
up,
a
you
year.
level up. When I level up, you can level up, and my team levels up. What good is success without is success if you have no one to share it with, right? It's a lonely thing.
Yeah.
It's a lonely journey. So I get a kick out of being a blessing. There's a verse that I live by, a Bible verse. It's more blessing to give than to receive.
Yeah.
So I learned that conceptual idea, and that's why we win. Because even behind the scenes, we're trying to push people up and help them and put them on game and coaching and giving them the recipes and goodies. And I have amazing clients that's doing their things too. We're gonna definitely feature them on the
And
radio stuff too. So yeah,
I
put them
mean,
on. That's
I
big
keep
for me.
telling Misha that she needs to delegate more to the rest of us because she
Mm,
wants everything. She wants to make everything easier for all of us and not and take it all in. And I love her to death. But like you just said, you have a team for a reason,
yeah,
and
yeah. It's a
when it
blessing.
comes to never stop winning, that team is what helps you win, right? And you help them
Absolutely,
win and everything. Yeah,
absolutely.
Misha, I love you, but I'm picking on you right now. Uh,
Yeah,
I mean, right now we're what we're talking about is exactly what I'm always telling you.
yeah.
Delegate more. Although she's getting better.
Delegate. Yeah, you have
Mhm,
to. And I had to learn that too.
mhm,
I had to learn how to do that myself. Sometimes you can be so busy and occupied or preoccupied with always wanting to help others, you should never lose that juice, as we call it, the juice. But sometimes you have to take I had a problem with reflection. I was always just going with the flow, going with the flow. But sometimes growing with the flow is being able to reset, reflect, and take care of yourself too. Because the more you can take care of you, you can better take care of others. And it took me a while to get that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's humbling when you do.
it
My
is.
live Sunday night was me doing exactly that when I asked
Awesome.
my writers for grace on the fact that The Rise of Crystal Phoenix, the anthology, isn't coming out this Saturday
Looking forward
because
to that. Congrats in advance.
yeah, it will be out New Year's Eve, and
That's
honestly,
awesome.
it
That's
just
awesome.
that feels right
Yeah,
because that this book is all about closing the chapter on their abuse and opening a new one for healing. It's
I
all
love that.
about showing, you
I
know,
love that.
yeah, the struggle, but it's showing the growth and the healing,
That's it.
you know.
That's what never
So, and
stops.
that's
You
what
know
is New
that?
Year's all about.
That's what my personal growth solo book is about. Never
Mhm.
Stop Winning. It's about closing chapters, reflecting, and taking those experiences, right, to create a new chapter,
Mhm.
a new life, going through all those nuances, and struggles, and it's something about beginnings, but life it's all about beginnings and endings. Without new beginnings, you got in order to have new beginnings, you have to have endings and endings and beginnings. And you're right, timing and alignment is key when we release certain things out into the universe, right? And I always say God's timing is perfection, and it is the alignment will always be right.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
not too soon, not too late.
Yeah. When I did that live, one of our friends, his his name on YouTube is uh, college level Hogwarts.
Mm.
He said it really beautifully. Was that writing a book is like having a baby. That
It
baby
is.
will come
Yeah.
when it's good and ready. You may have
Yeah. Yeah.
you may think you got a date, but
Hey, I'm telling you the truth. I
but
promise.
and
I
this
thought,
book,
I can relate to
you
that.
know,
I
you
wanted this out 2 years ago.
Mhm,
Never started winning, but I
mhm.
see
I
why
mean,
I couldn't put it out until a few
mhm,
days ago. Yeah.
mhm,
It wasn't the appointed time, you know?
mhm,
And my writing kept changing. It was just more like, oh, whoa, wait, whoa. And we strive to get better with time. So I'm like, wait a minute, I can't put this out yet because I'm still growing with the flow.
mhm. But it's true though. When
You know?
this book is my baby. You've heard me talking about this
It is.
anthology project since I first started writing back in Rattled Awake. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
and it is my
Yeah.
baby because I want to give
Yeah.
everybody's story
Yeah.
the, the justice it deserves, not only for my
Absolutely.
readers, but because of what it's about. I want,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's giving
Yeah.
them their power back, even the
Yeah.
angel stories, because
Mm.
it's lessons being learned. Awakened Misha's story
Yeah.
about her daughter and what happened. She wrote a raw, from the heart story and took her a while. She struggled until I finally sat her down because she was doing some unpacking, and I was like, honey, this is
Hey.
what I want. And I
Yeah.
told her, I was like, it's angel stories, lessons learned.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
me about how you felt, what was going on the days before your daughter died, how you felt after. And
Wow.
what she gave me from her heart is something that is going to change lives.
Absolutely.
You
That's what
know,
it's all about.
and
That's what it's
her daughter, her other daughter, wrote a note as well, talking about the impact of what happened with her sister that I added on to her chapter.
wow.
Because and
Mhm.
I'm
That's
not
dope.
lying. I'm not gonna lie. That is the hardest
Oh
section of
my
the book
God.
for
Man.
me to edit. But we're not
Mm.
here to talk about mine.
It's all good. Still
I
about
mean,
winning. Yeah,
yeah,
winning from my struggle.
and guys, I already got my chapter. I already got my book on Kindle yesterday
Yeah.
when Willie sent it to me. I went
Thank
right
you.
away.
Thank you. I
I've got
appreciate that.
the the QR code right there.
Yeah, it
Um,
will bless you. You will never be the
yeah.
same. Yeah,
Although
for
I'm
sure.
tempted to buy it, mail you a copy, and make you send it to me signed,
I
or better
got you.
yet, come visit you in New York.
Got you. Yeah, all good. Either way, either way. Yeah, it's like a baby though, for sure. I felt tired. I remember watching the process of my daughter being born, with her mom, and there was labor pains and contractions and these different nuances you have to go through and grow through. And that's similar to birthing music and birthing books. That's how I feel with Never Stop Winning and this anthology we just did to set this up. But this is my it's like having twins in 1 month, And this is the big baby. This baby came out to be like 12 pounds, The other one was like nine pounds.
I know I have given birth to a 9-pound baby. Okay.
Yeah. I think
Um,
my daughter was 9 pounds 12 ounces. Actually,
but
she's
my
taller.
biggest was 9'1",
Yeah,
and
my
my
beautiful daughter.
smallest is the one that actually gave me
Yeah,
the most issues with
yeah.
22 stitches. But and I
Whoa.
purposely I let him know about that. He's 16 now, and I was like, I hope
Oh
you
wow.
appreciate me joking
Wow.
around. We were talking about his Christmas present.
Oh wow. Yeah, get that Never Stop Winning Volume 1. Win your way. It's free for a limited time. We're gonna keep it up maybe for a
Oh
day
yeah,
or another
I
day
mean
or two.
I haven't finished it yet because, well,
Yeah.
just like you, I'm always going. I mean, I've got
Hmm.
your book to read.
Yeah, yeah.
I still support Lonnie.
Take your shot. Take your shot.
Lonnie dropped the book yesterday. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get hers read.
no doubt.
Thea, you really will like the book that Lafaya, a very new contact of mine, but she's amazing. She's a
Yeah.
therapist by day and professional poker player by night.
Mm.
And she just dropped a book, and I'm like, I've got all these books that I got to read. Plus,
Yeah.
I
Take your
got
time. Take
I
your
got
time
two
because
chapters to write and
it's 12
finishing.
chapters in mine, so you got a lot of little reading to do. But the good thing is you can compartmentalize some of your favorite chapters. I wanted to make it a way where you can just come back and
And
pick back up where you
yeah,
left off.
I do
Yeah.
that a lot with,
Yeah.
especially with, books like that. I
Mhm.
have certain chapters that I will go to read, like when
Yeah.
I need that uplift. You
Absolutely.
know, um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
the great thing with me, and it's funny, I struggled learning to read when I was a kid, but once I did, I even taught myself how to speed read. But the one
Yeah.
and one grateful thing I have though is
Yeah.
even with my trauma and my
Mm.
neurospicy diagnosis now after everything, I
Mm.
did not lose my memory when it came to my reading.
That's
I
awesome.
still can pick up any book that I've read and go to any page and I will remember all of it. Like
That's awesome.
all the whole plot, everything. My mom
That's
was
God.
always amazed. She's
Yeah.
like,
God
"You read
given.
so much. How come
Yeah.
you suck at spelling?"
God is good. He's
you
paramount. Yeah, that's the God in you for sure.
know?
Yeah. He'll take our what would seemingly be like a defect, he'll take that and turn it into our superpowers and help us to aware and leverage that. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
pretty awesome. That's amazing. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's like
So yeah,
I'm so proud of you. I mean,
thank you.
with your music, I'm always
Thank you.
posting your music, bro.
Thank you.
Whenever you
Thank you.
drop a new song,
Thank you.
um, I always drop it on my channel to get other
Thank you.
people to listen.
We
Uh,
appreciate everyone who's played a
I
part.
mean,
We're almost at like 30 million streams all over all of our platforms, all the streaming platforms. And Couldn't Imagine is another song I talked about in one of the books that's also dedicated to breast cancer victims and awareness. So, yeah, around this time of the year, it gets rough sometimes. Me and my mom were very, very close. And I miss putting that tree up for her and the Christmas cookies and but we're celebrating. It's monumental. And I gotta be honest, I don't think I've told you this, but once these books started doing what they're doing, the Winning with Love dedicated to breast cancer, the anthology, and 2 weeks later now, Never Stop Winning Volume 1, another number one national, soon to be international bestseller. I literally cried, because I literally got choked up because of the cause, breast cancer, and thought about her. but it's a celebration. My
Mhm.
grandmother as well. I was very close to her as well, and two of the PME godmothers, Camille and Mother Harden. You'll read about that stuff, and it's some kind of journey, I tell you. But hey, we're never gonna start winning as long as we're breathing, right?
Yeah. And the one thing that I do always say is that when we lose somebody, we never truly lose them.
No, we
Even
don't. We
they're
don't.
with you. And I do believe in there's this one old wise saying that whenever you see a cardinal,
Mm-hmm.
it's a loved one.
Angels. Yeah, that's your loved one in the angelic form.
And
Yeah, I
so
do too. I do too.
like,
Me and my president, shout out to Aaron Emick too. Aaron Emick is a president I hired from the grassroots. We started it from the ground up. Yeah, that's my bro. And we see cardinals of our mom. We see cardinals, and it reminds us of our moms. You know, we both our moms have gone to transition. I like to use the word transition more often. They transition to the other place called heaven, and no more pain. They're doing well. They're doing better than we are.
that's how I have to look at it when it comes to my sister Susan.
Yeah, they're better off than we are. Trust me. Yeah.
But
So we're celebrating them.
but then again, at least your mom don't mess with your YouTube playlist when you're driving. My dad does that to me. I will be on like a rock playlist, and all of a sudden he'll put one of my country songs on, and I'm like, Dad, at least your mom don't mess with your music. That's just his way of saying I'm here.
It's hilarious.
The glitch in the matrix, right?
The glitch in the matrix is that's what never stop winning is too. It's getting out of the matrix, staying out of the matrix, and if anything, you cause a glitch to happen, and you help to bring others and pull them out of the matrix as well. So
and that is the whole thing that we're trying to do. You're doing with Never Stop Winning,
absolutely.
with my anthology, we're changing the world in positive ways.
Absolutely.
You're giving tools on how to move forward, instead of getting in the struggle bus of not making money, I'm not doing this, my coaching program's not going, why can't I find this job? You have to give everybody tools on how to move forward and succeed. I'm spreading through my writers and my work, awareness and hope of healing and growth after trauma, whether it's abuse or medical. It doesn't matter. It's all about healing, support, and growth. Speaking of Misha, you need to send me that database for the back of the book. She has an amazing mental health database of different resources. And that is one thing that with all of my personal books that I do, I put out a database of resources. If you're in, need help, here you go.
So that's awesome. It's all about the why, right? The why gives us perspective. It gives us the proper focus, the wherewithal. And the why will definitely become like a GPS for you. It'll keep you grounded and rooted and humble and, focus on the right thing.
I mean, humble. Yesterday, didn't know I was getting it. You commented on it on my Instagram.
Congrats on that. Yeah. Salute.
But I got a presidential
congratulations
volunteer service award for the work that I've been doing with Break the Silence.
Salute.
Being shown support and that my work matters. Granted, I'm not a big supporter of Mr. Biden. Sorry, I'm not. But
I don't want to get into that.
But no, but at the same time, getting acknowledged from the White House. Period. It doesn't matter if it's Biden, Trump, or Mickey Mouse sitting in that chair. Just the fact that it's an acknowledgement from the head of our government the pat on your shoulder. I'll own that narcissistic trait right now of pride. And hey, I'm proud of myself for the work
Gratitude, yeah.
making a difference,
Gratitude is
obviously.
gratitude. Gratitude. Yeah, that's awesome. Keep up that great and that's what that's about. You never stop winning. We just keep on empowering people one life at a time, one soul at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my why. My why
Yeah.
is for beautiful children that
Yeah.
I want the world, I want to be a better place for
Yeah.
them so that when they're having kids, they hopefully don't go through the
Absolutely.
struggles that we went
Yeah.
through when we were kids,
Absolutely.
or even,
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want them to see that even if you get knocked on your ass,
Yeah.
you can get back up, and it's
It's
okay.
not about how hard you get hit. It's about how many times you can get back up, you know?
Absolutely.
Resilience is brilliance. You like the
No,
chapter, you definitely want to check that chapter out. All of the chapters. It's a movie, basically.
yeah.
A
I
personal
mean,
growth movie. A personal
you
growth
know
movie.
me. I mean, I'm all about the Phoenix. But,
Yeah.
well, granted, I'm all about the hybrid Phoenix. I
Yeah.
gotta be me. I gotta
Yeah.
put my stamp on it, the kitty Phoenix.
There you go.
But
There it is.
I love to be playful. I'm always that comedic relief. Although you like to slip that one in there too, to break it. But
Absolutely. You
you know,
gotta have a sense of humor in life, okay?
oh,
Laughter,
I laugh at myself daily.
laughter, where there's little, check this quote out by Andrew Carnegie, right? You know, whose protege was Napoleon Hill. I'm sure you know who that is. He said, where there's little laughter, there's little success. Where there's little laughter, there's little success. So I learned essentially how to laugh more in my life because it keeps your frequency high, because winning is a frequency as well, right? The higher your frequency is,
It takes
yeah,
less muscles to smile
yeah, it's
than to
healthy.
frown. Uh,
Yeah, smile is
Laughter and music.
laughter is
If I
good
didn't
for
have
the
laughter and
soul.
music in my life,
Yeah, absolutely.
mm,
Yeah, I
I mean,
intentionally, right? Winning is about intentionality too, right? So I intentionally, with that quote being said, I intentionally over these we're going in our 7th year with Pure Mission Entertainment, and we've been very blessed. But along the way, I've learned how valuable and essential laughter is, laughing, just finding reasons to smile and laugh. Oh yeah, you can,
see, you got some more subscribers to your stuff too.
yeah, laugh through the pain. You can laugh your pain away. You can laugh your
Yeah,
way
I
to
would
healing.
rather
Yeah.
laugh than cry.
Yeah. And sometimes you may have to, because
Well,
there's
and
a
you know what
time.
though?
There's a time.
Crying is also healing,
It
to be
is
honest.
healing. That's what I'm saying. So you may
Um,
have to do that. Yeah. I
you
had to
know,
learn how to do that. I was a tough guy, you know. And my mom
real
helped me
men
with that.
cry.
She helped me with that piece. Yeah. She said, "Look, listen here, you know. You have to learn how to release. Don't suppress your emotions and how you feel.
Yeah,
And that's
and the
when
thing is,
transfer.
crying is
Yeah,
also cleansing,
it
and
is.
you don't have to. I have laughed so hard I've cried. Uh, I won't lie.
Same.
If you tickle me, you'll get the tears. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it, tears are just healing. They're cleansing.
Yeah. Yeah, it
You know,
is.
and honestly, it
It's a
also
good
cleanses
release.
physically.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cleansing out your eyes
Yeah,
too,
it is. Well, my
your
doctor
tear
friends,
ducts, all of
my
it.
doctor, I have some doctor friends who tell me, people, some people need to cry more. You don't have to always do it, or online or on TV, but just cry a little bit more when you need to, and you'll feel much better. And
Mhm.
they're right, absolutely correct. When I finally release, and like, even with the success of these books that we just released this month, um, though, yeah, I released tears of joy, and I think there's some mixed emotions about the loved ones who have transitioned, but they live inside of us. Their legacies. That's what that A Note to My Family was. The book we did with Nicole. Shouts out to her. And
Did
and
you do
and I
this? Did
wrote
you do
about
the new one or just the first one?
life is a relay. No, the first one. Her very
Yeah, I
first book.
have that.
Yeah,
I
life
actually
is
won
a
that on
relay.
her Christmas. Her
Yeah,
Christmas. So I actually won two of them, so I was able to give one to
yeah.
my sister-in-law.
Absolutely. Yeah. 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 So it's about legacy. You know, winning is about legacy too. It's always bigger than the individual, and we're running to put others in a greater position to win themselves. Because look, at some point, one day we're gonna have to transition from this dimension to our eternal home. So let's take advantage of the opportunities, the moments, and maximize them.
Mhm. Yeah, a friend of ours, Kim, she does a really good show. Said the other day when we were talking about healing, we use water and salt to clean different things. Our
Yeah.
tears are salt water.
Yeah.
They're cleansing. I mean, when you go to the beach and you got a
Yeah.
cut, it may hurt like hell, but um,
Yeah.
within a day of that cut being hit with that natural salt water from the ocean,
Yeah.
it's healed, isn't it?
Yeah. For sure.
Mhm.
No doubts. No doubts. Absolutely. You always feel this sense of cleansingness, like from the inside out, you know.
Mhm.
And speaking of which, that's really what winning is too. You know, speaking of never stop winning, you never stop growing from the inside out. Everything grows from the inside out. We cry from the inside out,
Mhm.
and we live our lives from that. You know, the more you live your life from the inside out, the better it is. It becomes being and becoming, right? Just better, just one
Mhm.
moment, not even just one day at a time, one moment. I was telling my president on a Zoom meeting we had prior to this interview with me and you here in this dialogue about winning. Just, I was like, I don't just say one day at a time anymore. One moment at a time. Take life one moment at a time because each moment is precious. It's a gift, you know?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a mystery.
That's right.
Yesterday is
It's
gone.
gone.
But today
The
is what
day
we
is
call the present, right? I
the
don't know.
day is a gift. That's why it's called the
Yeah.
present. Is the
Why
full
it's
quote.
called the present. That's right.
Hmm.
It's a gift from God, though. See?
Hmm.
Yeah. It's not promised.
It's not.
So we have to take advantage of it. And
Mhm.
that's what Never Stop Winning is about, taking advantage of every
Mhm.
inch, every mile, every foot,
Yeah.
every centimeter of your life and leveraging every moment, Crystal,
Mhm.
whether it be
Yeah. And
good or bad.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
and it's the same with people. Everybody comes into our lives when they're meant to, and they
Absolutely.
also leave our lives when they're
That's
supposed to.
important. That's so essential.
I truly
Yeah.
appreciate Dr. Constance and
Yeah,
everything. We,
for
you know,
sure.
we no longer work together,
Mhm.
but I appreciate everything that I learned. I mean, she taught me how to do this right here, what we are doing.
Yeah,
She
that's
gave me
awesome.
a quick,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
StreamYard lesson
Yeah,
before I went
and we
on my
have to
first live.
appreciate one another,
I appreciate
Yeah, you gotta value
everything that
one
I
another.
learned from her.
Yeah,
And,
we gotta appreciate that
you know,
piece, value. It's about
you
adding
know,
value to one another.
I
Yeah.
and I
And
do.
yeah, yeah,
She taught me a lot and I truly
yeah,
appreciate it. I mean,
yeah,
when I have time, I do still go to her lives and stuff to
yeah.
support.
That's
But,
awesome.
our professional careers are just going in different directions, and that's
And
all it is.
guess what? That's okay
Mhm.
too.
Yeah. You
Because
know.
we're all in it for seasons. Some
Mhm.
relationships, they are seasonal, and
Mhm.
that's why we should value the moments,
Mhm.
one moment at a time,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
appreciate one another. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, that's it.
Like I said, I truly appreciate everything that I learned from her, and I wish
Hmm.
her well. And what projects of hers I can support, I do. You
Yeah,
know, but
absolutely.
I leveled up, like
Yeah,
she likes to say, and she did. She helped me with the
yeah,
level up.
yeah,
I own that.
yeah.
You know, she taught me a lot, and I appreciate everything she taught me.
She's
You know,
awesome.
just
Yeah,
like I learned a lot from Nick, I learned a lot from Aaron, I learned a
yeah.
lot from Lonnie Ray, and I
Same.
appreciate
Yeah,
every single person
every
that
one of
has
them.
helped me grow and
Every one
become
of them. Yeah,
Crystal Phoenix.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I will always give them their props where they're due.
Well,
I
you
will.
know what? With that being said, in this book, you'll
Mhm.
see somewhere, I won't say where in this Never Stop Winning Volume 1, when you're way to your point, right? Every anthology up into this solo personal growth book right here, where it's 12 chapters, about personal growth, spiritual techniques that I've used along the way. I actually mentioned every anthology that I've been a part of as paying homage to those books and the people that brought me onto that. All those names, right? Yeah, it's all about winning with love. You know what I'm saying? And gratitude. It'll take you a long way. And take the high road. Always take the high road. You may
Yeah.
feel like exploding and blowing up, but that's nah, that's not the
I'm a phoenix. I don't mind being up in the air, but
but God had to teach me that, be reserved when you need to, use restraint. And that quote, that corner phrase that says, kill them with kindness. Me and my president, Aaron, me and my business partner, and good friend, we call it, we say, well, let's kill them with love.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
And not in a literal sense, kill them, but
yeah,
let's just
yeah.
choose the higher
Mhm.
frequency and win with love. And that's how we never stop winning.
Yeah, and that even counts for those that have harmed us. You
That's what
know,
I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about.
like
Precisely.
my my ex,
Yeah.
he lost
Yeah.
his mom over the summer,
Oh wow.
and
Sorry to hear that.
he was already on the crazy train, and that kind of sent it spiraling. And
Yeah.
I'm sending him healing love,
Yeah.
and he's the father of my children, but I
Good.
can love him
For
from
sure.
over here
Yeah. No
and
doubt. No
send
doubt.
him that energy and pray for him, but he
Yeah.
can stay over there. And I hate to say it, I am grateful that he is back in jail so he can't harm anyone else.
Mm.
you
But
know
yet you
Mhm.
forgive him, right? Because that's a chapter. You
Yeah.
want to see
No,
Jude.
I have forgiven him for
Yeah,
his
yeah.
role
But
in
for the
my
ones who listening that may not
life.
grasp that, because there's somebody that may be watching that's
Mhm.
probably hurt and that's going to see this, and
Mhm.
and they need to understand this. And this is what God showed me. And
Yeah.
it's a chapter in this book,
Mhm.
Never Stop Winning, Volume 1, Win Your
Mhm.
Way. It says this, Crystal: forgiveness is freedom
Yeah.
and bitterness is bondage.
Yeah.
And I
It,
know both ends of the spectrum. Somebody's
um,
right about that.
hey,
You know what I mean?
I use that quote, and I will, you know,
Yeah.
give you credit for it in
Yeah.
my chapter in the anthology.
Please
Um,
do. Please do. Which one? Forgiveness is
yeah,
freedom and
yeah.
bitterness is bondage. Please do. Write
Because
that. Yeah. Yeah. Write it
that
down. Yeah.
that really is
Yeah. My
part of
blessings.
what my chapter is. I've actually titled my personal chapter, "You
That's
watched
awesome.
me burn, now watch me rise."
I love that.
And I actually think, as a subtitle for my chapter, I want to use your quote.
That'll work. That'll work. You have my blessings. Get the
Because
word out. Yeah.
you know, it,
Absolutely. That'll be honored.
it that wow, thank you. No, we were talking when we were talking on the phone. I told you I was having a bit of a struggle bus with my sister's chapter and with my personal chapter.
Yeah.
So
I've been praying for
y'all
you
that wrote
guys.
for me, don't feel bad. I'm on that
Prayers
struggle
up.
bus with you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Sometimes you have to
that
pause. Sometimes
yeah,
you
and
do
I
have to
and I
pause.
have,
Oh
but
yeah.
that
Yeah.
quote just opened
Mm,
my personal chapter right up. Of okay,
mm.
now I know where I'm at.
You got it. That's
So
awesome. There you go.
and that's what we do.
That's what we
We
do.
inspire each other just by having these
Dialogue. Yeah.
conversations.
It's called
And not,
dialogue.
I mean,
Yeah.
you had no idea that that simple quote you just gave me
And
would,
it's a chapter in the Never Stop
but
Winning, Volume 1. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but
You
at
got
the
it.
same time,
I had no clue
you
that
had
you
no
would.
clue that that would just all
No.
of a sudden
No.
do
I
that
did.
little
I did.
click with me,
I did.
but it did.
That's awesome. You got my blessings.
Lady, our wonderful, beautiful divine is checking in on LinkedIn. Uh, mhm, mhm. um,
Hey.
I don't know. I actually made sure to post those shorts on LinkedIn as well and my YouTube. But when I had
Oh,
done a
awesome.
panel with Divine and Jenlin,
Hmm.
uh, they were. I did some shorts off of our live, and
Mm.
you should check them out.
I will.
I really think that you get a kick out of the beautiful
Okay.
Divine. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm.
We'll do. We'll do.
you
Definitely.
know, but these conversations, I just said I wanted to, support your book, get it out there,
I
and
appreciate that.
here it is. I'm getting, I finally got that click
Yeah.
for my chapter
Yep.
in the
Yeah.
book that
Yeah.
I've been searching for. I almost wasn't going to do a personal chapter except for my sisters. You would even ask me when I told you I was doing it if you were doing one, and I was like, no, I don't think so, except for my sister. And then, you know, but yeah, it's like that last bit piece went into place.
Awesome.
And that's what your book is all about,
Yeah.
finding those inspirations.
Yeah. It's a lot of that. And it came through a lot of pain, but pain is gain.
I, all I can think of right now, because I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid, is
Mhm.
my Macho Man just jumping out saying exactly that because he used to say that one all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but forgiveness is freedom, bitterness is bondage. Make sure you check that chapter out too and
I
never
will.
stop winning by
I probably will read that chapter fully
Yeah,
before I write. But
yeah,
thank you, Misha. She even clipped the quote for me so that I wouldn't
yeah.
forget. That's yeah. You. Oh my goodness, girl! I owe you. Like I'm sending you a chocolate cheesecake for Christmas. I swear to God.
Chocolate cheesecake.
Uh, I
Yeah,
don't play when it comes to baking my cheesecakes. I'll bake
right.
anything out of a box but my cheesecake.
I hear
Mm-mm.
that. I hear
That
that.
is all from scratch, straight up from the crust up. I
I heard that.
don't play.
There it is. There it is. Well,
So, what are
thanks.
your plans for the holidays and for the future? What's your next project coming up so we can
Uh,
be on the lookout?
yeah, look out for the Win Your Way, workshop and the Never Stop Winning International Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be in Nashville, and we have. I don't want to spoil you with the names. These are some legendary speakers and public figures, and no more interviews on the Never Stop Winning radio show, and we have some big interviews coming up. Some more front cover features, like Rolling Stone Canada next year. Sometime keep being on the lookout for that. Um, yeah, and it's more coaching and more empowering people, more books, more music, love projects. With the Couldn't Imagines in Forever videos. More dialogue sessions, possibly a Never Stop Winning documentary as well. Movie like something like similar to The Secret, but with our own spin. Yeah.
That that sounds awesome. And music wise, um, you have anything coming up? I mean, the song I sent you is actually kind of the theme song for the anthology, for my anthology. I
Awesome.
wrote it to go hand in hand with that.
Oh
Um,
yeah, musically too.
mhm.
Oh, I
that's,
forgot to mention. She'll give me.
come on, I'm promoting you, brother.
Hold up. Dr. Forbes. I was on the Dr. Forbes rally. She closed 2 billion in sales. Dr. Forbes rally. She's a good friend. I was on her podcast and she wanted to do a song and it's called The Wait Is Over, WEIGHT, not WAIT. We're
Yeah,
supposed to record that in the new year in LA pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to kind of collaborate on the song together, you know, have her do some spoken word or something like that, some motivational things. And I'll be doing the singing and producing.
there we go.
Me and my buddies,
Yeah.
music doctors. So yeah, I almost forgot to mention that. Plate is full. We're doing a lot.
I'm, now, and the good thing you got a good team and a good wife by your side, because I mean, I know how much of a struggle bus six can be for your wife, being there supporting you.
Well. Let me correct that. I'm not. I'm not.
But it can be hard.
I'm not married yet. But I do have a lady. But I'm not married. No, I'm not married yet. I know you saw that probably on the front cover of the GQ Canada magazine. You know
Mhm.
what that. You know what that symbolizes right now. You want to know what that really symbolizes? That's a personal thing. That's my marriage to the calling of God on my life and my marriage to Him. You know,
Well,
my
I mean,
Lord.
I'm literally talking about your lady though.
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
yeah. But I'm
being by your side, supporting you.
yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
Great support system for sure.
I mean,
Yeah, no doubt.
having that support system with all
Yeah,
of your LinkedIn family and
yeah,
friends, with your team, and then your
yeah,
lady at home, it all matters because it's what keeps us going. I mean, even
yeah,
with, when the personal life can be kind of
yeah,
falling apart, having that support system and that
yeah,
team to
yeah.
be there.
Teamwork makes the dream work. But even
Yeah.
more important than the team, I have to say this.
Mhm.
If you notice in my hashtags on all of my posts and
Mhm.
testimonials and interviews, I always use this quote: God is paramount.
Mhm.
Paramount means supreme,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Meaning I have a real solid, personal, intimate fellowship with them that I can't articulate and put into words. That is the fuel and oil in my engine and tank. Trust me. I can't even go into that, but you know that he plays an intricate. I couldn't be here without God, no doubt. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm. Everything, I don't like to think that everything's preordained, because we change the script all the time.
yeah. We do. Yeah,
If we don't like what the script is saying, we
right,
we rewrite.
right.
And
Well, he
that's
only
how.
helps those who helps themselves, right?
Yep.
So we have a job to do ourselves.
Mhm.
We have to plant seed. We have to sow into our destinies, our business, our ministries, or whatever you would call it, outreach or the permissions that we do for people. And we have to do our part and water and nurture and have other people to help us water and nurture. And I just believe God gives the increase to that. The universe, he causes he causes this universe that he created to correspond to how we plant, sow, and water.
um,
You know what I
I
mean?
do have to give Awaken Through the by the Looking Glass, Misha, some big props. She went and Instagram stalked you real quick, and that's how she's putting up all your links. She was like, "I didn't do nothing. I just
Oh,
went to his Instagram."
awesome!
Because I told her, because I mean, she put
Thank
the
you.
link for your cover. I mean,
Oh, she did that. Oh, that's some good work. I'm gonna put it in my
I mean,
story.
she like real quick just like Instagram stalked your ass and just pulled up all your links and stuff. She's like,
Thank you.
Willie did the work. I just stalked him. you
Thank
know.
you. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
mean,
Appreciate that.
mhm.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So, any words of wisdom besides everybody have a wonderful holiday and I hope to see you guys, but any words of wisdom for everybody that's watching now or on Team Replay?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And yes, I do. Just know that your resilience is brilliance and you never stop winning right where you are. Prosper right where you are. If you're breathing and you're trying, you're winning. Trust. If you're trying to get better, do it one moment at a time, one day and one moment at a time. And you can do it, and you should do it. You owe it to yourself and the people that you've been called to empower. Okay? Don't let anyone talk you out of your dream. It's never too big. And if your dream doesn't put somewhat of a temporary fear in your space, then maybe that dream is not big enough. So just dream colossal. You know what I mean? Go for the goal. Do it while you can. Grow every day like it's your last day because we're not promised tomorrow to get to do it again. Yeah.
I
Never
agree.
never stop winning.
Mhm.
Just keep on winning. Keep on
Um,
growing and keep on going.
you have been invited to the healing panel that is going on tonight. I can send you the link for that. It's
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see if I can pop in
that
for
part is part of, like I
quick
said, my
second.
village.
Okay. All
um,
right. Send
I
me that.
really well. Thank you for joining me on today, so that I could,
Thank
share
you.
about your book. I mean, you're
Thank you.
you're always an amazing friend, and
Thank you. Likewise. Likewise. Thank you.
it's all right, Leslie. Leslie, honey, you know
Hey,
that better
Leslie.
than anybody. A
Oh,
lady
baby.
is never late. Everybody else is simply early.
Absolutely. Take it one breath at a time, right?
Yeah.
One moment
And
at a
that's the as much as
absolutely.
I love my LinkedIn audio rooms, they were what gave me the courage to start
Yeah,
branching out and doing this. Um
absolutely.
that
Yeah,
this is the one thing that I love about doing these. There's always a team replay. If you can't
yeah,
make it
that's true.
during,
Yeah,
there's always team replay.
that's true.
Mhm.
You know what?
You know?
Because content is not just king. I'm not sure if that's
Mhm.
Bill Gates or Warren Buffett who said that, but content is it's infinite.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's timeless. It's ageless.
Yeah. You
Real
know,
content, right?
I go back and I have rewatched like the first live that I did with CJ, and I've gone even further back,
Yeah,
from when I
yeah,
did my interview with Expose
right,
3 years
right,
ago,
right. Yeah,
and it's like seeing how much I've grown and the content that I made, and
yeah,
then like leading these kind of conversations,
yeah.
supporting my
Absolutely,
friends.
absolutely.
It's I love the fact that it's not stuck in that hour and then gone. You
Right,
know,
absolutely,
I mean, I have
absolutely.
friends that will come up on the panel but don't want their camera on, and
Right.
that's fine. You don't have to have
Yeah,
your camera on.
yeah, absolutely,
I did an
absolutely.
amazing interview yesterday morning at 7 a.m. It's a
Mm,
pre-record
yeah.
with HG Tudor,
Mm,
and he is
awesome.
very controversial, but he is a self-announced straight up narcissist. But his channel is all about teaching about narcissism and the characteristics and how to recognize, heal, what to do, what not to do, all of
Right,
it. He's all about the awareness and
right.
whatnot. And
It's all
I'm,
about awareness, though.
you know,
Yeah, it all starts with awareness, growth.
so,
Yeah.
but a year ago, would I have been able to do something like that with
Hmm.
hell? No. But,
Literally, we're
I've,
we're evolving, right? That's
yeah,
what winning is. We're ever evolving. We're always growing
we're
into
always
our better
growing and
version.
changing.
And then changing and
Mhm.
evolving into and hopefully into our best
Mhm.
versions.
Yeah.
With the
I mean,
awareness.
I will own this.
Yeah,
I you know I'm all about you're perfect in your imperfections, but
mm,
that doesn't mean that you're perfect the way you are.
right.
Because we are growing and changing every day. The people around us do influence our
Yeah.
behaviors and things like that,
Hmm.
and not hopefully in a negative way, but
Yeah.
it does. The people
Yeah.
you surround yourself with do impact how you treat others, how you interact with others.
Absolutely. We are the company that we keep. We become
Mhm.
the company that we keep. You know what I mean? Back to a winning dream. You have to have a winning team, a winner's circle, as we call it around you, to help complement your growth, right?
Yeah.
Because I know what that's like to be
Mhm.
surrounded by both, right? I'm
Mhm.
blessed to have a winner's circle. Um,
Mhm.
for the these for this period of time, but I know what it means to have a team that's not in a circle
Mhm.
that's kind of toxic, and we become who we
It,
tune in. Les Brown said, "Who we tune
you
into."
know,
Come on,
okay. It's navigating between fool's gold and
absolutely.
all that glitters isn't gold.
All that
I,
glitters isn't
I,
gold.
I, I to this day I stand by the fact that
Yeah,
that is my best anthology chapter. I, because everybody can relate to it,
right.
and it gives like healing tips and everything
So yeah,
from figuring out who's gold in your circle and who it's time to evolve from.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that
Mhm.
word relationships and you take the relations off, you separate
Mhm.
relationship, right? And you
Mhm.
have a ship with a bunch of relations, people with
Mhm.
relations. So the question is this ship with all of these relationships relationships, the relations, the people that I'm relating to or relating to me, do they relate to me? Are we compatible for growing forward together? Or are they causing me to sink or sail?
And me being very nautical, growing up on boats, I get that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that
And that's a part of
sinkers.
winning too. You know,
Mhm,
relationships will make or break you for
mhm.
sure. You know,
Very good point, Nisha. You don't have to burn the bridge
you're
to
right.
follow different
Yeah,
trajectories because
yeah.
I like I said with me
Hmm.
and CJ, I didn't. Neither one of us burned that bridge.
Oh no, it's
It
all
just
love.
our trajectory
It's always
went a
love.
different way.
Yep.
You know.
Trajectories change all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, relationships evolve just like humans evolve individually, but we corporately, we're evolving and we're incubating. You know, and sometimes it's just doing like this. You know, you have to go from the north, south, east, and west. It's That's it. But we're all standing for the same cause, and that is we're here to empower people and give hope because that's universal.
Mm-hmm.
Hope is universal, and that's what winning is. Provide hope. And that's what you'll get when you get Never Stop Winning Volume 1,
Yeah,
which
it does.
is
It gives.
already a number one
Mhm.
national bestseller in 3 categories or more. And get your free copy for a limited
Yep,
time. I promise you,
guys, the
you
QR
will,
code is right there.
yeah, grab
We've
your
dropped the
copy.
Nisha dropped the link a couple of
I
times for
promise
y'all.
you, you will be
On
blessed.
LinkedIn, I will
I
drop the
promise
link
you.
in the comments as well.
Thank you.
So thank
Well,
you so much, Willie.
thank
I
you for having me.
actually have
Thank
a
you.
date to get ready for because
Absolutely. Enjoy.
and everything. But I
Enjoy.
love you. Thank you for
Back
joining me.
at you. Much love. Much love.
We've been saying for a year now we were going to do this, and this just happened to be the perfect time, right?
Absolutely.
Everything happens when it's supposed to. Thank
Absolutely.
you again,
Much
Misha,
love.
for dropping that link
Thank you,
again in the
Nisha.
chat.
Thank you.
You,
Thank you.
seriously, Will, you owe her like a cup of coffee or
I
something.
think, but just let me know. Just let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
But I thank everybody for coming. Thank
Thank
you,
you, everyone.
Leslie, and everybody on
Leslie,
um,
grateful. You have a
in
great
our LinkedIn community.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for my amazing YouTube community for coming and meeting my amazing, handsome brother from another mother, Willie.
Thank you.
Get
Thank
the
you.
book, support. It is
Appreciate it.
amazing. I have started reading it, but like I said, I've got
Thank
a
you.
million book projects to read and write.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
but
Thank you for having
happy
me.
holidays to you, my.
Happy blessed holidays and enjoy your holidays. You know, have a
I
good time.
will, and
Everyone have a
I love
happy
you
holiday.
guys.
Love to
Have a
everyone.
wonderful night and be safe. And we will see you soon.
Till next time.
Bye.
Peace.